This review will cover the riots of 1992. They took place after the police beat a driver, Rodney King, after he failed to stop during a traffic stop, and it was filmed, and the police officers that were taken to court because of it were acquitted. And then the riots took place for around 5 days. This took place in April of 1992. And after the riots, the police officers were eventually charged with charged by federal crimes for violating his civil rights, and they were found guilty. And let me get a little more information about this on the screen here. One moment, please.
Can we all get along? A city in flames. Entire neighborhoods burned to the ground.
And that's a quick review. And let me get some. Here's the what started it all. This was filmed from an apartment complex after a police, Rodney King and a few other people in his car ran from the police and were stopped. And here it is. One moment, please.
Little does he know, his arrest and brutal beating are captured on video by George Holliday, who lived in the apartments across the street.
I was just amazed at what was happening, feeling, what the hell could they be doing, what they have done to deserve such punishment.
2 days after the beating, the video is broadcast around the world.
And that's some background on it. I'm trying to get everything in here for a quick review. And here's
indicted for assault with a deadly weapon.
But racial tensions continue to mount. There is so much publicity and anger. The officer's trial is moved out of LA to the predominantly white community of Simi Valley.
And here's some information about the trial. One moment, please. Let me get this in. And they were found not guilty.
Nearly 3 months into the trial, a hushed courtroom anxiously awaits the verdict.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Stacey C. Kuhn, not guilty.
This is a reaction just outside the courthouse. Sheriff's deputies having to protect Sergeant Stacey Kuhn as he makes his way to his car. Movie director John Singleton is in the crowd and makes a chilling prediction.
What happened is verdict. What these people have done, they light the fuse to a bomb.
And there were riots throughout Los Angeles. Let me get this on the screen here. And here's a focal point of it. I don't want to get...
I was extremely frightened. It's a strange thing to be scared.
That's all Denny can remember about the beating.
So I pushed him over to the other seat, and I told him I'm here to save his life.
And that's kind of a dramatic scene from that the riots. And let me advance this a bit. And here's Bush talking.
But as the city burns around them, some business owners will take matters into their own hands. As flames spread across wide sections of the city, Rodney King remains secluded, but stunned by the magnitude of destruction. Entire neighborhoods.
And there were quite a bit of rioting took place, and quite a bit of damage was done. And let me advance this a bit. And here's Rodney King addressing the media and the public.
People, I just want to say, can we all get along? Can we get along?
And also Mayor Tom Bradley, Los Angeles Mayor Tom Bradley, extending the curfew area in the city of Los Angeles.
It takes 6 days to restore order. The damage is staggering. 55 people lost their lives. Another 2,000 are injured. Property damages exceed $1 billion. 1 week later, President Bush makes a personal visit to Koreatown to ease tension.
A lot of Korean businesses were looted, and there's Bush arriving to secure the Korean community that everything is okay. And let me get this on the screen here. One moment, please.
The Department of Justice files federal charges against the 4 police officers acquitted in Simi Valley. The question at the heart of this case, were Rodney King's civil rights violated?
There was palpable tension at the Roybal building where this trial was held.
We have tried to get along with the minority.
There are noticeable...
And there's the second trial to face federal charges for violating civil rights, and let me get that on the screen here. One moment, please.
Testimony would spark a war of words between the legal teams.
Mike Stone knows that the word nigger was used.
Did your client ever use the word nigger?
Absolutely not. No one out there did.
He's gonna kill you. And that's when you see him getting up.
He is still willing to stand up in this courtroom before a jury and say, they said the word nigger, and then say, well, maybe it was killer. I'm not...
And there's some testimony. 2 of the 4 were found guilty, and let me just get that on the screen here. One moment, please. And that's the guilty, and here's some final stuff. Here's Rodney King. He won a lawsuit against the city for a little over, I think, just under $4 million.
And indecent exposure. King's admitted alcoholism and personal problems also caused him to virtually squander his share of the settlement, worth, according to him, $1.5 million. He purchased homes for himself and his mother. But what did he do with the rest of the money?
Did you hang on to that money or did you throw it away? When I get that shot again, we all know how money can come and it can go. I mean, save.
And there's Rodney King. It looks like he made he won a $3.8 million lawsuit, but he had expenses, attorney fees, so he didn't get all of that. And that's him talking about how he squandered his money, and a few years later he passed on. And let's see, what else can I get on here?
Save for tomorrow.
You're telling me it's gone.
It's pretty much.
And that's a final quote by him. And these riots took place, they were quite, they ignited a firestorm of across the country in different subject matters. Well, anyhow, if you remember those riots, hopefully this is a quick flashback. If you're hearing about it for the first time, hopefully I got everything in here for a quick and informative review. And let me get a final screen on here. One moment, please.